Actually working on that today. Come on. Oh, hey guys, welcome back. It's May 16th, and this is week 8. This is a garden video. And we got some changes here. I weeded it twice this week, and it still looks like I hadn't. I moved the random sunflowers that weren't supposed to be where they were, so all the sunflowers have been moved, even though I said I wasn't moving any of the plants, and I did. All the sunflowers are in a row in the back. I think all, maybe but 3 of the corn didn't come up. When these get a little older, that's going to get moved. And then that one's going to get moved. I guess those are going to have to go over there. So I guess the vine plants that are over there are going to have to probably end up going that way. Because those usually get big. If I would have known that. Oh, a squirrel. Squirrel getting it. Yeah, we get sidetracked real easily. Well, anywho, that's where we're at. I know there might have been one. There may have been 1, 2, 3. 3 pieces of corns that didn't come up. There's 8, and I think I planted 10 or 12, but we ain't gonna have no shortage because there's gonna be corn in the field. And I think my corn's higher than that. They just planted it maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe. But yeah, we got some of the cages. I got the other cages out in the truck, and as you can see in my last video. So yeah, the next thing would be is to move these 2 tomato plants. That one will probably get moved next. I should have waited until that one got a little bit bigger to move it, but I didn't. I'm planning on moving them when we have rain in the forecast, like actual rain. We've had a lot of rain this week. Parts of Maryland's flood. Actually, parts of Maryland that we go through when we go up to see my mom and dad is actually kind of flooded. There's this one back road called Gaston Road. It floods. It's a shortcut. I think if I go the long way, it's an extra 2 minutes. But yeah, there's a creek that goes through Gaston Road and it floods, so it's probably flooded. And then I like to go through on the way home. We like to stop in Laval, Maryland. They're flooded out too. So is Myersdale, Pennsylvania, which we don't go through that. We see signs for it, but we don't go through that area. Oh, we got 10 sunflowers. So yeah, that's the best tomato plant that's here. The only ones that I planted that actually grew, because I planted some in this area, which they never grew. Oh, these 4 here, I moved. I think that one I moved too. So these ones I put there. This one I planted this one. So I guess all my tomato seeds that I had saved up over the couple years, I guess they were all bad. Well, I wanted tomato plants and they grew. I'm glad I planted that. The pepper plant. If you're just tuning in, that pepper plant was from last year. I put it in a probably a cup about that big, and it say it survived through the winter. We had flowers on it, but I guess the roots were starting to take over, and we had more. I guess more. There was actually more roots in that cup than dirt. I don't know if I'm gonna save it at the end of the season. I might just let it die. I don't know yet. And comment down below what you think I should do with it. And if I do keep it in the house for the winter, I will not be putting it in the same cup. What I'll probably do is I'll probably get a 1 gallon milk container and use one of those as a flower pot and put holes in the bottom. And I guess I'll have to find a bucket of some sort to hold the water. But yeah, I think that's why I wasn't doing. Actually, I was just doing it to keep it. What I was doing, it was just staying alive. It wasn't growing. But yeah, since I planted it, it's gotten a flower. So it's gotten better. Then Wednesday night, we just had we had breakfast for dinner, so that's where the eggshells had come from. I just put them in. I need to get an old blender that we don't, just it's strictly for this. That way I can make it more into a powder. And I think that would help a lot better than what I'm just taking my hand and crushing it. Because some of them, like right there, and that big chunk was kind of wet. And when I did, I couldn't crush it up any smaller. It was making my hands all gooey. Wish the sun would come out. And it's very humid out here, but it don't feel hot. It's not hot. It's not even 70 degrees yet. And, it's like 10:30 in the morning. Just had my coffee. So yeah, next week, depending on how the weather is, those two might be moved. I'm putting the tomato cages in early. That way when they grow, they can just already grow in, because it's harder to put these in when, you got to fight the branches in, and try. If you do it now, then the plant can learn to say, oh, I didn't need to grow, especially that. Which means I would need, I guess I could put one of the tomato plants over here, over there. One of the little ones. Maybe put one right there. I'm trying to keep this kind of open for the vines. I guess I could probably do that, and that could be a row of tomato plants. What else? I guess that's about it. It's doing well. I think this garden's doing really good this year. I think we're on schedule. As in last year, we were behind. The tomato plants should be a little bit bigger, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But, comment down below if you think the plants are on time or behind. I mean, I would wish I had a greenhouse. I could start them out in, like, February. Then it'd be, like, twice the size. Which means the tomato plants will be just double in size right now. I wouldn't start the corn out. I would just plant them straight in the ground. Now, if I had a greenhouse and everything, that thing would be thriving probably right now. So yeah, comment down below if you think, I should change something. I seen on TikTok that you should trim your tomato plants. I only trimmed the bottoms of it, so that way the sun can get and the water can get and, make it maybe about like, I don't know, half a foot off the ground. I just recently heard that you're supposed to not plant them sitting straight up. You're supposed to plant the tomato plants this way. Then they kind of do this when they grow. I can't really do that because I plant them in the ground by seeds. Or they just, like most of these, just randomly pop up from last year. Well, most of my sunflowers are from like that. They randomly popped up from last year. We had one over here. I think one kind of over there. And then one over there in the corner, all the way in that corner. So then all the other ones I planted. See, these I planted here and there. That one was random. So we got a lot of random plants, which helps me out. That one plant that was grown in the compost, I kind of forgot about it. So it's still in there, but it's not worth my time. I should have put it in here when I saw it, and it may have survived, but it didn't survive in there. It's dead. We're getting the compost is building up for next year. We got those drink trays you get at the fast food joints. I put those in the left side, and anything with seeds goes in on the left side. That way, if something does grow, I can get it out easier. And the left side doesn't go in the garden every year. I'm doing that every other year. Every year I'll do the I don't put eggshells in here. In the wintertime, I don't put eggshells in here or coffee grounds. Those go straight in the compost. Now during the season, like the eggshells will go in here, the coffee grounds will automatically go in here. So until we get maybe a month before the end of the season, I'll just start dumping everything back in there. So probably in August, if we have eggs, it's just going to go in there. Same with coffee grounds from the coffee maker, which we've been using to cure eggs, so we just throw those in the trash. So August, all that start going back in the compost to build it up for next year. Next year, next season, same thing. I'll get you another view. I thought about moving this one. I might move this one closer in. But they said if you're going to move plants like I do, you need to do it when it's going to rain a lot. That's because I moved some of these sunflowers, and I didn't think they were going to make it. Luckily, it did rain a little bit. I mean, watering it from the garden hose might work, but I don't know, when you do it when it rains, it works a whole lot better. And I'm still picking up pieces of glass out of here. I don't know if that's good for the garden or not. And I think there was garden here previously, but it was probably a long time ago. Kind of wish these tomato plants were a little bit more that way some. So yeah, next video you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 more cages in. I don't know, let me recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. I'm hoping I need 7 more. So hoping I think there's at least 5 in the truck. But I got stakes out in the shed. Metal, the rods. That one year we had a boatload of them. Oh yeah, this year is 100% more successful than last so far. And things could change, because last year, that stuff died quick. And then after that died, green beans they went wild. Tomato plants went wild. The corn, the corn, that's not so much. Those really don't, as you can see, really don't take much for corn to grow. For it to start to die off, you would have to have at least over a month with no rain. We had no rain for almost a month straight, and the corn did fine. I mean, it started to weep a little bit, but it didn't die. Well, that's because that's fertilized. This isn't. Yeah, that started dying off last year. Then the sunflowers started dying off for some reason. But I think we're doing actually pretty well. We're not starting them out in cups. I'm not doing that, unless I have a greenhouse that that's temperature relay. What's the word I'm looking for? That's the temperature's perfect, and yeah, it's got like 80-degree temperature, and it can get sun, and the stuff can just grow. I would just do it year round. But nah, I'm content with this. Ladies, I'm gonna have to get back in here and pull weeds again. I'm trying to keep this, especially this area, clean, because once this stuff starts to grow, and takes off, it's gonna be hard to weed it. There's some seeds there. Those might grow at some point. Pumpkin seeds. I can't tell you what's what. It looks like to me this is mostly watermelon, from the looks of it. Comment down below, what do you think that is? Well, I guess that's going to include this week's video. If you have any suggestions, I don't know, I'm opening up the suggestions. Yeah, I haven't really watered it. I think so far I've only watered it maybe like 4 times, maybe a handful of times by the garden hose. I mean, Mother Nature helps a lot. I mean, we've had a lot of rain in the last 2 days. So wait until it gets at least 2 days worth of just sun. I mean, and then it should grow a lot. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next week. Will be week 8, I think, something like that. Thank you for watching. If you have a comment, please leave one. Thanks for watching.